I'm going live a little bit early this time just because it's a pretty casual stream. I don't think anyone's going to care about missing the first few puzzles. So I'm going to start blundering now. And hopefully you guys will be able to join me. Alright, so I'm going to do this puzzle storm thing, which I haven't done in a while, and I'm always slow, which is fine. Slow is my speed. Let me see about this. Okay. I'm at least slow compared to all the strong kids in my Discord server. But, you know, I can take a free queen sometimes. Let me see. That looks like checkmate. Yeah. Okay. That's some material for me. That's checkmate for me. I don't see why I shouldn't play knight g5. It's a double attack. I'm winning a piece. Winning a piece. Winning a piece. Yeah. Checkmating. Winning a piece. Winning a piece. There we go. Winning the pawn endgame. Okay. Checkmate. I think I'm just winning a piece here. Yeah. Nothing special. Winning a piece here. Say thank you and you get something. Winning a piece. More material for me. Thank you. Material. Checkmate. Winning material. Looks like winning material again. More material for me. I do love me some material. Shriram is actually here live. Yeah, that like never happened. So welcome again, Shriram. This is checkmate. Winning a king and pawn endgame because they got nothing on me. Winning material. Winning something. I can just see that that's the best move. Oof. It was probably knight e5. This is checkmate. This looks like a winning king and pawn endgame. Yeah, I should probably weaken that pawn. Then do this. Yep, that's how you win. I could just take that, maybe? No. Take the queen. Yeah, that's material for me. Material. Always say thank you. Don't forget. Okay. This looks like material to me. I could take that and I'm still up material. This looks like material. And checkmate, actually. Okay. Yeah, check a lot. I think that's one of the rules of chess, that you have to check a lot. Oh, I must have had more material to win. Tragic. Yeah, the only reason that was a monthly high score is because I haven't played in over a month. 98% accuracy is okay, I guess. I always go for 100% though on these things. The A file's cut off. Okay, probably the board changed shape. So let me check it. Thank you for the alert. All right, this one's gonna be a dud. I just want to make sure it's working properly. Alright, so that's a double attack. And now what does the board look like? The A file's still on, right? Hold on. There we go. See, this is just me being a bad streamer. Thank you for the alert. Okay, so I'm going to get a low score here, but that's fine. As long as you guys can see, it doesn't matter. So yeah, big thank you for the warning on that one. That's material. That's material right there. It's a double attack. That's checkmate, I hope. Or else I should get my chess license taken away. Is there a back rank meter here? Okay, cool. That's a pin. Tempting to play rook c1. There's got to be something better here, like checkmate. Yeah. Checkmate's always better than not checkmating. Okay, that was a weird move. Yes, material for me. Nom nom. More material for me. That's a double attack coming. There we go. That looks like just a weird move that they shouldn't have played, so I'm gonna take it. Aw man, I missed something. It's okay. This wasn't destined to be the good run. I'm glad they didn't make me move my king at the end of the line there. It's kind of tedious when they do those things. Alright, thank you for confirming that it's all good now, Shriram. It's check. How do I get out check? Check, check. Yeah, I can go this way. And then now I have to take a piece. It was perpetual if I went the other way, so that's why. This is... Oof. I thought that was material. Getting all tricked out here. I'm tripping, I'm caught up in the moment, right? I could just take this one. Yep. And take this one. I don't see why not. I could take that pawn for free. Yeah, I could take the pawn for free. And as always, say thank you. So we take that. And say thank you. Thank you, thank you. Knight d4 looks pretty good. Yeah, why not? I'm probably winning a piece. Rook c2 looks like a double attack. Normally, in positions like this, I spend a lot more time to just like fact check myself, but that's not the name of the game in this format. I'm gonna flag here. That's okay. This was a really bad run, so I'm gonna just play again without thinking about it. That's the formula. That's how you get good at chess. You just make moves and don't think. Make moves, don't think. Another thing that I usually do in like a real game and not one of these contrived situations is I will count the material all the time, but that takes a while, so it's kind of not worth doing. At least when you have no time left. I don't know if this is... Honestly, I don't know if this is good for training anything whatsoever. I spent some time trying to work out how to use these features on various websites like ChessBase, and it never quite seemed that useful to me compared to like slowly solving puzzles. But it's entertaining, so here we are, entertaining. Bishop against rook, huh? We do have a lot of pawns, and that rook does look pretty trapped. Let's see, thanks. That pawn endgame should be fine. That looks good enough for me. You never know, though. Check. and checkmate. That's a pin. We like pins. That's a pin too. I could just take that. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll take that with check first. If I take with the king, I lose, so I take with the rook. And that's a double attack. At least that's what I learned in school. That's a double attack. This is a double attack. I can take that for free, but there's probably a checkmate here. Queen f3. King h2, rook h8. Yeah, that looks like checkmate. This is a double attack. Oh, okay, apparently that was not good. c2. And how do they stop it? They don't. Bye-bye. This looks like a double attack. Should be winning. Maybe I should just take on g5. That looks pretty reasonable. Yep, that sounds good. Bishop d6 should probably win a piece. But I'm suspicious here. Oh, I should just make a move. There we go. Oh man, that was pretty bad. Just 31. Bishop takes d4 was... Is there a way to review them? Right, this one I got wrong on time. That was silly. I don't know how this looks for you guys. I'm just going to try to do this really quickly. Bishop d4. And queen d4 is not good? Oh, I guess I can... No, hold on. They take back. Well, this one was... Why is this better than queen d4? What am I missing here? So if I take this, they have to take with the queen, right? They have to move the king. I guess it's just not that good. Okay, so when I take with the bishop, I get a whole rook. Okay, that's the difference. So I saw an exchange, but winning the exchange isn't good enough. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Let's see, is this looking alright? Good. Maybe I'll do like a couple more of these and then switch to doing something a little bit more my pace. There we go. Don't question it, just move. If that happened in a real game, that's kind of funny. Some of these puzzles, they just look so fake, like the chess.com puzzles, where they're computer generated, so the first move is like your opponent moving into check. Just making sure my king's not on a dark square in that last one. Maybe one of the interesting things about this format is trying to decide, at what point enough information has been had to make a decision. Hold on, so if I win a bishop, am I okay? No, I'm still down a rook. So... no, wait, I have tons of pawns. It's probably good enough. Alright, I'm just going to take the bishop. I have so many pawns. I can just take that knight for free, right? Yeah, I'd say so. This should be mate. There we go. I could win material with queen f4. Is that fine? I don't think I have a choice. I have to play this. And I'll just take that too. Alright, h3, knight e2 check, king f2. That should be good. Yeah. Why not throw in a check, right? This should win a piece. That wins 2. It's kind of trippy when the rook just kind of appeared on the square there for a second. This should win. That wins material. And I do like material. Because we live in a material world, as they say. Give me that. Give me that too. I don't have time for you to not give me this. Hold on. Alright, where's the move? There's gotta be a move here. Oof, that was too slow. I think I was gonna get a bonus if I got that right. Yeah, nice to see you guys watching live. And I like Feeling Electric. Welcome to the chat for the first time live, I think. I do look an awful lot like that guy who was in New Orleans. The resemblance is uncanny, I have to admit. I can take which other rook I wanted. There we go. Thank you. You ever get deja vu when you're like solving these puzzles? I know I do. No, that doesn't make sense. Let me see. Something's weird about this one. Am I just having a senior moment? I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, I am, because it's just a free queen. Yep, senior moment there. Don't get old, kids. It's not fun. This looks pretty scrumptious. That looks like a double attack. I lost a lot of time on that one puzzle. That was pretty bonkers. I guess the rook is for me. I win a piece, yay! Thank you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Yeah, there's no checks here. That's for me. Rook f2 looks good. And this looks good, and that looks good, and that looks even better. And that looks pretty good to me, not gonna lie. That looks nice. And this looks nice. And this looks even better than that one did. And I could just take that. Some of these puzzles are not even really puzzles. They're just like, I don't know, there to throw you off or something. I could just take that with impunity. Had to convince myself there for a sec, though. Yeah. Check. Check again. Endgame. Yay. That's for me. If it's free, it's for me. Alright, what if I give a check? Like this one. That does look scrumptious. I see you guys are speculating about the Coach Robert clone who's out there. Makes sense. I think I've even had that position in a game, the one that just flew by for a second there. I can take that rook. Why would they even play that? What is this, bullet chess? Come on. Get real. No way. F5 and then G6 looks winning. That was like an unusually sophisticated moment there for a puzzle rush thingy. Alright, so I guess I'll start with this one and end with that one. And that looks a lot like, it's beginning to look a lot like checkmate. But it's not checkmate. It's the next best thing, but not quite mate. I'll take that. Sounds good. Check, check again. Oh, I thought I solved it. What happened? Okay, I guess I just flagged on the last one. Man, for 10 seconds, like, some of these puzzles feel like really fast. Alright, what did I miss in the chat? Alright, cool. Maybe I'll do a couple more of these, since I did actually promise to start at 8 o'clock, not like 7:30 or whatever time it was. So I'll do a few more of these, and then I'm going to switch to Chesstempo, because I just got a membership there, and I want to test it out. I don't know what to expect. It could be fun. I know they have some puzzles. Excuse me, you're not allowed to check my king. Get out of here. Who thinks they're doing the puzzles here? The bot's getting really cheeky, throwing checks to the check person. I just know it's rook f6. I'm just going to play it. Yeah, there we go. That's a deflection. Don't try this at home. This one. The queen's trapped. And that looks like checkmate's coming. I'm glad I got some extra time for that. Give me that piece. Hold on. I take this. They're still in a double attack. Yeah, that's good. Knight f5. No, queen d5. There we go. More simple. Always be more even simpler. That's a Rudolf Spielmann quote by the books. I don't think I should give any quarter. Yeah, I'll take this one. Thank you. And you. And you. And you. And you. And maybe not you. Yeah. You, in the corner. There we go. That queen looks a little trapped, if I do say so myself. Check, and then they go here. Nah, that's boring. So maybe get 2 rooks. No, that's boring too. Oh, maybe this. That makes a lot more sense. Thank goodness. Okay, and that's a pin, and that's gonna be checkmate. And this is a winning king and pawn endgame. And this is a win. I don't know why they chose that defense. Rook h3 should be mate. I could take this and then that. Yep, looks good. Queen h8 is nearly mate, so if they go Rook h7, I'll play Rook h3. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a pin. Thank you. I could take this and play Queen d5. That looks pretty good. I see you attacking my queen. That's not very friendly. But 2 can play that game. Rook's hanging. Very sneaky. Just kidding. It's not sneaky. That's a pin. Which is also not sneaky. I'm losing. Yo, I lagged. On that last one, I had time. I definitely lagged. I'm calling BS on Light Chess Puzzle Storm. Yeah, cheeky breaky, absolutely. Look at you educated people citing chess games in the chat. Real nerds. You guys must be really popular on Tinder. This is a funky double attack. I like it. See, this is why we play tactics, because it's cheeky breaky. Yeah, my internet connection might not be the best right now. That's probably part of why my things are a little bit slow for me. But that's fine. Don't care. Especially when I get to the slow part of the fast and slow stream thingy today. That looks right. Glad to see I can still checkmate. I could take that. I could take that. I could take that. I think I'll take that. Oof, I should take him with the bishop. That makes sense. That was just a party foul right there. Yeah, I definitely want to switch to the other puzzles soon, because I'm starting to do crazy stuff that doesn't make any sense. Fun time's over. I don't know what to do after King e2. Oh, I just checkmate them. That's a great idea. There we go. It's like I never played chess before. Got a new lease on life there, and this one should win material. Doble attack. C, gracias. Check, de nada. There we go. Come on, that's not a puzzle. Queen c2. Nah, this makes more sense. This is also not a puzzle. Like, don't do that to me. Knight takes and take the rook. Is it worth? No, probably throw a check. Yeah, check. Maybe just knight a5 because you have nowhere to go. Yeah. Thank you for the rook. It's a pleasure to be here. Alright, if I take this, they take on e8, so maybe play f4? No, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, I just can take the queen. Time to rustle off some rust. Jeez. I see a free piece. I should probably just take the free piece. Yeah, there we go. No need to get all philosophical about checkmate and the meaning of everything. Wow, that was also not really a puzzle. This is very cheeky-breaky. You know, I'm just gonna take stuff. Alright, I got it wrong. Makes sense. Okay, that's enough for me for this one. Yeah, it would be super annoying to have a chess nerd neighbor. Definitely can't empathize. Alright, so I'm going to switch to my other planned activity for today. Because chess players have to plan their activities. They can't just do things for no reason. Okay. Let me see if I can do this properly. The way that I set it up. Ooh, spooky. Now there's two of them. Yeah, you can tell I'm really good at this. Now there's only one of them. How unexpected. Alright, boom. Now here's the thing that I've never done before, which is Chesstempo. Well, actually I did Chesstempo like a long time ago when the site was new. And it kind of sucked, so I didn't do it again. But now I had some motivation to try out their gold membership and just see how good it is. And I don't know how hard these problems are, so I'm going to start with easy, just to see if I can even solve easy puzzles. Let's find out. So I start solving, and I don't remember if there's a timer or what. I see a timer going, but I don't know if I'm going to lose. Okay. Now I'm going to do these like a little bit slowly. This looks like a double attack. Like queen e7. But there's a... no, I don't see a double defense. Check. Queen e7. Can I draw arrows? No. That's kind of annoying because I wanted you guys to see it better. Also, if it's not displaying properly, please let me know. It's a little hard for me to tell. So let's say I play queen e7. Looks pretty normal. They can't put any piece on f7, so that's good. Bishop f3 is threatening mate, but queen f8 is check. King h7, bishop g8 should be lights out. So I'm going to just play queen e7 and see what happens. Alright, they play this cheeky-breaky queen e8. I can take on b7, there's queen e3 check. King f1 is clearly the best move in that position. Just kidding. Don't want to get checkmated. Yo, all-time high tactic correct. Awesome, 1189. Oh my god. Just kidding. I got plus 67.6. That's too bad. It was almost plus 69. That would have been thrilling for the degenerates in the Discord server. Okay, so I see queen c1, rook c1, knight f2. That looks nice. And if queen c1 and they don't take it, like queen e4, I think queen f1 does the trick, so... ooh, I got it wrong. Minus 306. That's what I really deserve. So knight f2 makes sense. I think queen takes is also winning, right? Winning in exchange. Maybe I should have counted the material. I'm down in exchange. So yeah, knight f2 has to be it. So that was silly. So I can't solve an easy puzzle, turns out. At least not if I go quickly. Need to slow down a bit. So rook takes a1. Bishop takes b5, then rook b1. Looks like it wins a piece. And there's no checks. So yeah, I feel pretty good about this one. Okay. Now I got plus 50. Cool. I love it when I gain and lose imaginary points that don't matter. Yo, I have an all-time high tactic run of 2. That's crazy. I'm never going to break that record. I should just retire right now. I could take the queen. my streak just never ends. Now it's at 3. Phenomenal. No one has ever had such dizzying success. All-time high tactic run of 4. Amazing. I'm like 1,000. That's like 1,000 points higher than I was like 5 minutes ago. Bishop b2 looks tempting. It's also rook b4. Rook b4 looks even more tempting. They could throw a check. So like rook b4, rook d8, but I just take it. And that defends the mate too, because if queen d8, bishop f8, if the bishop was on b4, they'd play queen f8, so I should probably just take this, yeah. I got a tactical wizard, awesome. I've always wanted to be a wizard, but I was always just Harry. I could take twice on d2 here, but where's the fun in that, right? Rook takes c2 might be the move. Or maybe just take the rook on g4. Hold on, what's the material balance? I'm down a minor piece. Take king c2, rook c8. They can't play knight c5 because of rook takes c5, queen takes c5, and queen takes d2. That looks like a fatality. And that's all with check, so that should be good. So if they play like king b2, then I can take on d2 with the queen, but maybe that's settling too much. Yeah, actually, what happens after queen takes g4? That's kind of good. I was kind of following my instinct here, not thinking about that. But if I play queen takes g4, wait, why isn't it bishop e2? Because like if you play queen g1, you could take back and play bishop g4. And the knight's just trapped. I think bishop g4 is the problem there. So yeah, probably bishop e2 just takes the cake there. So I'm looking at rook c2. That's my main deal. Because after rook c8, we get the same position but no c-pawn, and they have to play either king b2 or king b1. And I apologize, I don't know how to highlight squares or anything. If someone knows how on Chesstempo, please let me know. This is my first time doing it. I mean, it's a free rook instead of, well, no, not a free rook. Let me think. Maybe this queen e5. No, that doesn't make sense. Queen e5. Well, if they play king b1, then knight takes d2 is winning. So king b1's out, so they have to play king b2. Queen e5. Then they have to play king b1. And then there's knight d2. Queen takes d2. Yeah, they also have king d1. That's a good point, Meter Master. After rook c2, king c2, rook c8, they have king d1. So maybe it is as simple as like we just take on g4. So maybe I'm focusing in the wrong area. Like taking on c2 looks tempting, but they have a lot of things to do. So let's say we just play queen g4. They play bishop e2. You play queen g1. They take, you take back. They play bishop g4, trapping the knight, but maybe it's not so bad. Bishop g4 attacks the rook, but maybe we just put pressure on the rook on d2 somehow. Maybe it's like rook takes g4 and then bishop e2 and then queen f4. Something ridiculous like that. No, maybe not. Although I am struggling with this one, but I guess that's fine. That's how this works. I'm not calculating in a very organized way. Like switching from rook c2 to queen g4. Not sure about that. I think I have to take on g4. Okay, now maybe here it's not queen g1, because after bishop g4 it does look pretty trapped. The idea is to play rook g2. So now maybe queen e4? No, that doesn't make sense. Queen h4 might make some sense. Let me see. Queen h4. If they take, we take back. And we're up in exchange. Queen h4. If they take, queen takes f3. Then we can play queen e1. No, that doesn't seem right. It's the wrong direction. Well, queen G, yeah, good question, Phoenix. So queen g1, what I'm thinking is queen takes g1, knight takes g1, and bishop g4. And the knight on g1 just looks trapped to me. Like, I'm not sure I can extricate this knight. And I think I need to get the knight out to play for a win here. Maybe I could play... Alright, here's maybe a deep idea. After bishop g4, I could play rook c6. With the idea that after rook g2, rook g6, I'm protecting the knight on g1. If they play rook takes g1, I can play h5. I think I have to play this. All-time high correct, 1300. Yo. Proving my worth. Little stick figure with a medal on. That's crazy. They give him a medal and a trophy for whatever he did. And there's this, like, month of April symbol here. Okay. Fascinating. I really do think that... Is there a way to explore the lines? Let me see. Alright, so they play bishop g4. Okay, so I can play this out. Looks good. My idea was to play this so that if they go here, I go here. They take this and I play h5. Is there an engine that I can flip on to like check the answer? I really am not sure. Let me see. Oh, I didn't mean to play this against the computer. Can you guys see this? No, this is not quite right. There's like a ribbon of tools here, and I'm kind of trying to figure it out. Alright, so if I do play against the computer, it gives me this position to play out. Alright, but anyway, I think probably that's a waste of time. Need to keep the high octane chess puzzles flowing. Okay, so here we are, new position, and everybody can see it, right? Cool. Yeah, go team. Let's see. '97 is just a fork. Like, it's attacking two pieces. And material is equal. So if they lose an exchange, I feel pretty good about that. Yeah, I think that's it. Part of my goal for this, to make it worthwhile for myself, is to try to do them as quickly as possible, but not quicker than what's plausible. I kind of want to push myself to go a little bit fast, just to build that sharpness. So knight f5 is a free piece and it threatens me. That seems hard to argue with. I think I would even enjoy that position even if I don't win more material. But I really do suspect that this does win more material. Because after knight f5, they can't guard with rook e7. I'll just take it. So they have to play like queen b7 or queen a7 to guard g7. But then I play bishop h6, and that seems like 100% fine. This move is nothing. I'll just take it. Okay, there we go. Rook f7 looks like a double attack. My king's so far away, I don't think they have anything here. I'll just take it. Oh. Yeah, I have to throw this check first. Oh, I didn't like that. My reign of terror is ended. Probably it wants h7, but... Oh yeah, rook g7. What am I saying? That doesn't make any sense. That's stupid. Rook g7, they just go back. So it had to be h7. Okay. This is beginning to look a lot like checkmate. There's also queen f3. That's a double attack. Queen f3 runs into queen d5, take, and then I don't think I have anything. I mean, I'm up a knight for 3 pawns, but that's not good. Black's better in this position. So I really want to be able to play like queen b5 or something. That would be really cool. Oh wait, queen d7 is mate in 1. I'm losing my mind, guys. Rook g1 looks like mate in 2. Oh, but there's a pin. That's unfortunate. So maybe it's mate in 3. Rook g1, king h2, knight f1, king h3. Rook g3 looks like mate. Rook g3, king h4. Alright, maybe a little more organized. Rook g1, king h2, knight f1, king h3. I could play rook h1 instead. And that's it. Okay. Woohoo! 1391. I get a medal and a trophy. Cool. Pretty boy swag. Rook g8, king d7, knight f8. Looks pretty good. Hold on. Check, and then check again, and then king d6 is possible. Maybe I should start with knight f6. Because king f8, rook g8. And if king d8, then rook g8 still. So it'd be like king d8, rook g8, rook e8, rook takes, and that's it. This is normally the kind of thing that I would do before a tournament, just to try to get a little bit sharper. So I think that's what a lot of people probably use Chesstempo for. I don't know if I would ever pay money for it. Although, that's funny since I guess I did. But I got a big discount, so that was nice. I think the rook's just free here. And then I'm up in exchange. I don't think that's selling short. Here, queen g6 looks perfectly good. I'm just trying to be thorough here. As opposed to Thoreau, which is not me. I'm not Thoreau. That's someone else. Okay. Bishop f3 comes to mind, which leads to an instantaneous defeat. So we're not doing that. Queen c3 is a double attack. They could play knight e5. But then I get another double attack by playing rook takes, pawn takes, queen takes, and then the rook on b8's hanging. So after they move, I could take the rook, and then they play rook h3, and I play king g1. I think I'm safe. So that looks pretty good. Oh, they're just going to let me have it. That's really, really delightful. Oh yeah, I think this was one of my main gripes with Chesstempo back when I actually used it, like in the early days. It was that their variations didn't really make a lot of sense to me. Like, whatever they chose as the main line seemed more like esoteric than instructive. So there's like a little bit of that here, but I think maybe some of those concerns are alleviated now that I have some actual chess education. Like, I guess I kind of see where they're coming from with their choices, but I definitely didn't get it like in the early days. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Bishop takes his check. Then knight a4 is another check. But I don't think it's going anywhere. So rook f5 just looks pretty normal. What could possibly go wrong there? They have so many pieces hanging. I don't see how like they could survive after this. 15 problems right in 1 hour. That's an achievement. Should really give myself a pat on the back. I could take, and play rook b8. That looks good. Rawr, tactics monster. I can block with the knight at the end. Yep, looks good. Some nice positions that like this that look clearly winning, they actually end in some kind of crazy fortress. So I'm like a little bit paranoid solving these that quickly. But I guess in a real game, I'll be much more reserved than what I'm doing in this training. Alright, I could take this. Or I could do a discover attack and then take it, maybe. Or I could throw in c7. Got options. So I'm thinking after rook takes e4, they'll just play pawn takes and trade a lot of pieces. So I'm kind of looking at bishop e5. That looks slightly more promising. but I am down a piece, so I think taking the rook might not be good enough. It would be like bishop e5, bishop f5, and then bishop takes b8, rook takes b8. And maybe I could play rook takes f5, because I could play queen takes f5 only, and then there's queen takes b8. That looks kind of reasonable. Woohoo! I got a 1300 puzzle again. That's nuts. Knight g3 looks like it wins an exchange. I think that's factual. Yeah, I mean, why not? Bishop d2 is met by rook f1. So that's not happening. I see a double attack, but my queen's hanging. And, well, maybe winning an exchange is good enough. I could just throw knight f6, and if they play king g7, I could take on e8 with check, and then play queen or knight takes c4. That looks pretty good. If they play king h8 to avoid the checks, then just knight takes c4. And the double attack stands. Hey, I got a 1400 puzzle. What a relief. Rook e1 makes sense, except for the fact that it's hanging. So queen d1 looks like a double attack. And then I would be up in exchange. And the attack would go away, maybe more importantly. Cool. Bishop c4 looks like it's on the menu. You know, I just see hanging pieces and I can throw a check to save one. That sounds good. And if they play king g7, I can play bishop. I can play queen h6. And if they play king h8, then I can play bishop f6. So I guess after bishop c4, they have to play knight d5. And then I can just take it because it's pinned. So that makes sense. And say thank you every time. Don't forget. I'm surprised that wasn't higher rated. Hello, Woof. Welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, I noticed that you weren't around that much. But you're always welcome to join in if you want to study or just play casual games. I'm testing out Chesstempo because I haven't used it since I was like a beginner. And it looks like the site's really different now. It might have some useful features, so that's the deal. I got a wizard. That was really exciting there for a sec. G5 looks good here. Like a pawn mate is coming up. G5, king h5, queen g6, queen takes, pawn takes looks a lot like checkmate. So I think I'll just play it. Yep, sounds good. 25 in an hour. I am a beast. Just kidding. So bishop d5 looks like it's possible, but then it's two knights against rook. Unless I have a tactic right away. So I'm a little bit unsure. Meanwhile, the rook's pinned, so that's kind of maybe useful. Oh, by the way, Wolf, you should go to the Highland Coffee Chess Club sometime. I think it has a good vibe. Yeah, so that's my plug for Highland Coffee. You should definitely show up when we go. It's on Saturday mornings. I don't go every time, but you know, I hope to visit them more often. want to double attack the king and the rook somehow, but it doesn't look like it's happening. Or I want to get control of f7, something like that, so I could go for like a mating attack. This looks like a random hard one to me. Like, I could take and then take a pawn and just say, like, I'm going to outplay you, but it's just not that convincing. When I see a puzzle, I don't usually think I'm going to, like, go into a position where I have a rook against two minor pieces. Usually that's not advisable. And not even with more pawns. So I'm trying for something better than that, but I just don't see it right now. I'm also envisioning something where, like, I get a double attack on b7 and the king at the end, something like that. Maybe I could play, like, queen b4 to b3, because the knights aren't really well coordinated to protect the rook. Maybe just queen e4, because it's still pinned. Yeah, that looks right. Say thank you. There we go. All-time high tactic, 1500. Sweat, blood, and tears went into solving that puzzle. Okay, so black is my enemy. No, wait, am I playing black? Yeah, I am. They just played king b4. I just got really disoriented. So there's a white pawn about to promote on my side, and I'm playing black. I could just, like, take this pawn. But then if they... Yeah, I'm just winning. That's it. Now this looks like the kind of position that I would get in a real game with white. Well, moves like queen g4 don't really make a lot of sense, so let's play bishop f3. So I'm inclined potentially to neglect the fact that my knight's hanging. Like, the first move that I thought of, honestly, was f4. Because that way there's no pin, their pieces are all still hanging. If they take, I'll take on... I'll probably take on g2. And after king takes e3, I could probably keep attacking with queen h3. But that's not that convincing to me. At the same time, I'm trying to make decisions based on a minimum of information, and I don't really see anything much better, so I'm going to go for it. Okay. Got it. Nice. If I take on d4, they'll probably take back, because rook c8's not anything. I can just take it. My pawns look really strong, like I could play b3. There's also... I don't know, the knight on c6 is hanging, so it doesn't make sense to think about pressuring d4. It's kind of now or never. Could take it, and play b3, and then b2. That's probably winning. Yeah, I don't see why not. The reason I'm not throwing queen b6 here is that I might want to use that after I play b3. And if I play it now, they'll play bishop c5. And I think that's an improvement in the position for white. I don't see any downside for bishop c5, so let's keep going with b3. Alright, they're taking something, so I can either take it or take on c2. I can maybe do both. See, if I just take on c2, they could play rook a8 check, queen a8, and then queen c2. And I'm wondering what difference there is. Is there any difference? Oh, if I take on a3, if they play bishop a3, I can play pawn takes c2 and they can't take back because... No, that's not true. I was thinking queen a7, but they could just block with the bishop. But anyway, if I take on a3, they could play rook c8, and that's a bigger problem. So I actually have to take on c2. Okay, makes sense. So far, so good. And this is the easy problem set. I think probably I would do well on the medium problem set, I'm guessing. The hard one's probably really hard. Or just a mixed one. I don't really care that much. I guess it depends on what I'm going for. If I'm just trying to get sharp, I probably just want to do some simple ones. Medium would be good. So if I want to lose really quickly, I could play queen e2. I'm probably going to call it quits after this one. But maybe I'll do this more regularly. I scheduled this tactic stream just because some viewers had requested to see more content like this. So I'll try to incorporate it into my schedule. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Like, bishop b5 seems obvious, but they just take with check on c1. And the queen can move away to, like, b7 or wherever after I take back. Maybe c8 even. Their king's kind of weak, but nothing seems to be coming up. But you know, I rolled out queen c4, but maybe I shouldn't have, because after queen c4, queen takes, rook takes d7, it's equal material, but I can put in rook c8, king g7, and then bishop f8. And that looks like mate, actually. So I just didn't go far enough down the line. Hello, Vikyet. Welcome. I still need to send you a message, because I know you were asking me about my research. I just need to put together a link for you. So I haven't forgotten. So I think queen takes, not rook takes, makes the most sense. Okay, cool. I might do a couple more, let's see. And then I'll be done. Knight somewhere looks good, but the bishop covers a5 and e5. So rook d6 makes sense then as a follow-up. So rook d6, king c5, what's the deal? Also, I hope you've been doing well, Vikyet. I haven't seen you that much recently. Are you still playing chess actively, and going to kings and queens, or what? I kind of want to get this bishop involved in the attack on the king, somehow. Because I'm seeing a checkmate where I could get a rook on d5, the king on c6, and then if I can just like make them put a piece on b6 or something, then bishop b5 might be mate. Or if I could get them to move the bishop, I could get knight a5, something like that. I see a different mate. Now the next thing I just need to be careful of, make sure it's the fastest. I see rook 1 d6, king c5, rook d5, king c6, rook 7 d6, and now that the rook on d5 cuts off c5, they have to go to c7, and then rook c5 looks like mate to me. So I think this is it. Got that 1600 tactic. It doesn't look like the time to solve counts against me, so I kind of like that. So here I could just take on d5. That looks pretty simple. I'm not sure I see the point of knight d5. Like, why are they playing this? Because if I just take it, I'm up a piece. So if I take it, they're probably going to take on d3, queen takes d3, and then like queen f5 or something, because that looks like a double attack. So is there anything there? After queen f5, I would probably be expecting maybe bishop g5. But after f6, I think they're winning the knight on e4 anyway. So that's not quite right. So maybe not just taking on d5. Queen f5 does look pretty good. But I could win the pawn back. So after queen f5, I could play knight takes c5. And if queen takes d3, knight takes d3. I prefer white's position. It's sort of a fine difference there. So I'm not sure it's like good enough to be the solution. If they play queen f4, then I just got my pawn back. Actually, no, it's not clear. Maybe knight takes d6 is it, because that controls f5, it attacks the rook. Their knight's still hanging. That seems pretty plausible. Oh, I got it wrong. That's too bad. So if I take... Yeah, so c takes makes sense. Here they took. I thought they were going to take here, and play queen f5. Here I was thinking knight c5, but that doesn't make sense. Bishop d6 maybe doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm up a piece, so it'd be something like this. I thought black was doing well here, so I'm not sure why this is a problem. Alright, here it says bishop g5, like what I was saying. I just turned on the engine real quick. So I don't know, I guess I was just not that confident in my bishop g5 move, because here I thought they would play f6. But it looks like that doesn't matter. Okay. But here I was saying rook takes e4, but rook takes e4 doesn't bother me, like, at all. So now the next question is, what is wrong with knight takes d6? Alright, there's knight takes f4. Oh wait, d3 is hit like 3 times. So I missed that. I was planning to just take the rook on e8. Okay, that was not a very good calculation. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap it up here, just because I've been streaming for a while and I have to do other things. But not bad. Looks like in the easy problem set, I'm getting about like 91% correct. So that's a good sign. Looks like the easy problem set is still reasonably difficult. I would probably try the medium one next time, just for variety's sake. Okay, well, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you guys like these tactics puzzles. And I'll do this another time, so thank you, and take care.